We're now going to go to Martin's mother, Sybrina Fulton. She's with us now, along with the family's attorney, Ben Crump. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us. How do you feel about this prosecutor's decision not to go to the grand jury?
I just feel that it's going to give Ms. Corey's office a chance to do a thorough investigation, and it'll be in her hands.
You have confidence in her?
Well, what we believe is by her not sending it to a grand jury, Charlie, that she has enough evidence to make an arrest of George Zimmerman, the killer of Trayvon Martin. We've always believed there's been enough evidence, and in the last 43 days, we think it's only got more compelling that he at least needs to be arrested. He'll have his day in court, but Sybrina and Tracy have only said they just want simple justice.
When you ask why has he not been arrested, what do they tell you?
They basically say that they're still have an ongoing investigation and that it's still ongoing. They haven't really given us any answers, and we're still, in search of what happened, really.
Sybrina Fulton, the court of public opinion clearly appears to be on your side at this time, but we talked to Zimmerman's attorneys last week and they said, listen, everybody needs to be calm because there are two sides to every story, and their contention is that Trayvon Martin attacked George Zimmerman and he was really defending himself. What do you all have to say about that claim?
I just have to say that my son was in fear for his life. My son was running away from George Zimmerman. My son wasn't running towards him.
And all the evidence, Gail, points to that, and Erica and Charlie, all the evidence points, when you look at the objective factors of hearing that 911 call and all the other people, and then you hear the phone logs, everything points to him running away. And so don't take our word, look at the objective evidence. It's clearly there. America and the world are judging this for themselves, and they're saying this needs to be a public trial, and it needs to be transparent where everybody can see all the evidence and all these defenses. Charles, I think it was the lawyers who first said about this shaken baby syndrome, that a full-grown man has a shaken baby syndrome. They're grasping at straws. We need to have him arrested, and there needs to be a trial, and the arrest needs to happen immediately. And we believe Ms. Corey now is going to do that since she got rid of the grand jury.
Have you talked to Ms. Corey? Have you had any conversations with her?
Yes, she has tried to keep the family apprised that they're still going on with the investigation, and she called the family a little time, maybe 30 minutes before her announcement not to have the grand jury. So she's been trying to communicate in a very responsible manner.
Does she lead you to believe that arrest is close in this case?
Well, what she said is...
Well, she just actually said that they're going to be wrapping up the investigation soon. She never said whether she was going to arrest him or not. She just assured us that she would do a thorough investigation, and we just truly believe that after the investigation is completed, that he will be arrested. We just have faith that he will be arrested.
John Miller is with us here this morning as well. John?
I think one of the things we've seen with this case is by skipping that grand jury process. Now, a grand jury generally sits 2 times a week. I think what the parents are saying here is they seem to be getting very close to that decision, whatever it is. Another element here, of course, is how do they do that investigation? And that is, they take the police investigation and they go over everything that the police did initially. But then she has retraced those steps, recanvassing for witnesses, re-interviewing the witnesses were found in the first place, and looking at all that forensic evidence and sending it out to independent experts.
I'm sure you both are aware that George Zimmerman has set up a website for the first time and is speaking online. What's your reaction to that?
Well, I'll simply say this. He says that he experienced a life-altering event. Well, Trayvon Martin experienced a life-ending event, and Sybrina and Tracy are having to live with losing their son, who was unarmed. He was unarmed, didn't have a gun, and George Zimmerman is trying to have us believe that his life is so terrible now. We believe Trayvon Martin would have been in jail had he been the person who killed George Zimmerman.
My understanding of what you both are saying and what you've been saying all along is, one, you want Mr. Zimmerman arrested, but in addition to that, you want to hear everything and have everything come out. Is that correct?
That's correct.
We want everybody to have their day in court, and God bless Sybrina and Tracy. They have led by example. They have faith, and they want it to be a fair process for everybody, but he needs to be arrested.
Sybrina Fulton and Ben Crump, thank you very much for joining us. John Miller, thank you very much.